Good morning. So today I just wanted to talk about how yoga helps with focus, resilience, and calming the mind and stopping the mind from having conversations with itself. So basically, when we're in our asanas and we're holding our poses, it teaches us resilience and how to focus. And when we're focusing, and standing in our stances, we are out of our mind. And the breath calms us and energizes us from within our heart center. And that helps us get through our daily lives in a better, more relaxed, non reactive way. And for me, this morning, I didn't want to get up and teach the yoga class. I wasn't prepared. I got a little bit of anxiety. And the reason we do this practice is, and the reason we show up to this practice is because if we could show up on our mat, we can show up off our mat. And that's part of the reason that I take yoga and I teach yoga. And if it wasn't for Reiki, I'm a Reiki practitioner. That helps me so much too, just like the energy in the body from the breath with yoga, the energy and the chi and the life force of Reiki helps calm me and helps me get through my day better. I used to have severe anxiety. So these are practices that are dear to my heart. So thank you for joining me in this class. We're going to begin by me starting my music. And then we're going to start in tabletop position. So I'm going to have you guys come to all fours. And you're gonna curl your toes and you're gonna inhale, chest rising, hips to the sky, kind of like you're in a back bend. Now you're gonna exhale, flattening your toes, pushing them into the mat, rounding your back, looking in between your legs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let your breath take you on your own. After your next inhale, you're going to exhale, lifting your hips up to the sky, your first downward dog. Looking between your thighs. Pedal your feet out. If your legs are tight and you can't keep your heels on the bottom of the mat, just bend your knees a little bit in this position and just stretch it out. It's okay to have your knees bent. Slowly walking your feet to the top of the mat. Just gonna grab your elbows. You're gonna do a bowling ball head and just relax here for a second, taking a few breaths. Slowly rolling one vertebrae at a time. Up as you inhale. Exhaling your shoulders back and down. Now I want you just to check into your body a minute. So we're going to stand here. We're going to have our shoulders back and down. We want our thighs rolling back. We want to be engaged in this pose. So you want to feel as though your feet are pushing into the ground. Your thighs are turning backwards towards the back of the room, inwards and backwards. Shoulders back and down, and your fingers pointing, energizing into the ground. Just sit here and feel. Close your eyes a moment and breathe. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, head back. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale to center. Exhale your head towards your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale to your left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale. Give yourself a little back bend. You can reach your arms up if you like. Exhale your arms back to the sides and your head back to center. Now we're just going to twist. Inhaling and exhaling as you twist. From the center, take an inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale halfway. We're going to exhale our feet back to plank position. Slowly rolling down to the ground. Inhaling, chest rises. You want your feet and your toes energetically pushing down into the floor as your chest reaches up towards the sky. Glutes squeeze, Mula Bandha is engaged. Exhaling our hips to the sky. Downward dog again. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant your right foot in between your hands. Plant your left foot firmly on the mat as you inhale. Square your hips. You want to feel as though you're pushing the mat away. So your right foot's going to be energetically pushing this way as your left heel is pushing back. Hips squared. Mula Bandha engaged. Hands reaching up, looking up. Holding these poses helps us with resilience in our life. Exhaling our arms out, rounding down from root to floor. Hands reaching out to both sides, looking over the tips of your right fingers. Warrior two. Shoulders back and down. Left hand to your left side. Lift your right hand, reaching to the ceiling. Inhaling, reaching back, reverse prayer. Send your breath down to your right side. Hold this pose. Inhaling as we straighten our right leg. Exhaling, reaching out with our right arm. Bringing our arm down as a triangle. Left arm reaching up towards the ceiling. You want to feel like you're in between two panes of glass. So you want your left hip pulling backwards. Chest rises, heart opens. Looking up at your hand if it's not too bad for you now. Take a few breaths here. Exhale your left hand down to your foot as your right knee bends. Inhaling your right arm up to the sky. Reverse triangle. Make sure that your back left leg is engaged and you're not sinking down into the pose. Lifting yourself up, reaching up and down at the same time. Pulling your right hip backwards. Exhaling your right hand to your foot As you turn to the side, feet pointed out a little bit. Take an inhale here. Exhale, coming down to a forward fold. Take a few breaths here. Looking past your nose. Exhale, as you walk your hands to your left foot, bringing your left foot back, lowering the shape. Inhale, chest rises back into that baby cobra. If you can, bring your feet off the floor for a moment. A few deep breaths here. Exhaling your hips to the sky. And take a few breaths here. You want to feel as though your hips are lifting up towards the ceiling and to the back of the room. Hands pressing down, all fingers spread, shoulders near your ears. Chest reaching towards the floor. Looking back between your thighs. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot in between your hands. Plant your right foot down. Inhaling up into warrior one again. Other side. You should be shaking a little in this pose if you're engaged. It's easy for you. Make sure that you're engaged, your hips are squared. You're grounding down, spreading your legs apart, reaching up towards the sky. Exhaling into warrior two. Keep a nice smile on your face. My favorite teacher, Ben Wilsh, always says, keep a smile on your face. Sometimes I feel as though he's talking directly to me because I tend to hold my stress in my jaw. So be mindful of relaxing your face. Exhale your left hand to your right thigh. Flip your left hand. Inhale into reverse prayer. Exhale, straightening your left leg, reaching out with your left hand. Coming down, inhaling your right arm up to the sky, opening your chest. Pulling your right hip back towards the back of the room. And when I say engage your Mula Bandha, you want to feel as though you're holding and going to the bathroom. For men, that would be squeezing your teeth. For women, holding your bladder. Exhale your hands back down to your foot as you bend your left knee. Inhale your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, walking your hands back to center as you slowly turn your feet out to the side. Take an inhale. Exhaling down into a forward fold. Left hand to your right ankle. Inhale your right arm up, reaching towards the sky. Get a nice twist in here. releasing some toxins within our muscles and our organs. Exhaling our hands right back down to center again. Bringing our our right hand to our left ankle. Inhaling our right arm up to the sky, bringing out the other side. Exhaling back down to center, walking our hands over to our right foot, turning our right foot out. We're going to bring our right foot a little bit further out as we come down into lizard pose. So you're going to make sure that your right thigh is lifted up off the ground, heel pushing back towards the back of the moon. Looking out in front of you. Touch your nose. Take a few breaths here. Inhaling as you bring yourself up, straightening your right leg, walking yourself back over to center. Taking an inhale, clasping your hands behind your back. Exhaling forward, folding again. Exhaling your hands back down. Inhaling to center. Exhaling your hands over to your left foot. We're going to do lizard on the other side. So bring your left foot out a little bit. And bring your hands down to plank. Send your breath into your hips, the groins. Inhaling, bringing our hands back up. Exhaling our left foot back. Lowering the shape. Inhale into our baby cobra. Exhaling, bringing our bottom in between our feet as we come down, spreading our knees out into child's pose a moment. Take a few breaths here. Walking your hands back up, coming to seated. Coming to the front of your mat. Inhaling our arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward folding. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bringing our feet back. Lowering the shape, elbows tucked. Inhale into baby cobra. Bringing our hands out. Seeing if we can lift up just a little bit further. Sending the breath into our back and down our spine. Exhaling our nose to mat. Bringing our hands underneath our thighs. Inhaling our right leg up to the sky. You want to push your left foot into the mat. You want to bring your right hip down towards the floor as you lift up energetically with your right foot, imagining you're touching the ceiling while still bringing your hip towards the floor. Exhaling your right leg back down. Other side, we're going to inhale just our left leg up. Pushing your right toes into the mat. Left hip towards the floor as we lift our legs straight up to the ceiling. Exhaling your leg back down. So now we're going to do both at the same time. And keeping our hands underneath our hips like this, if you can, have your thumbs touching. This is good for carpal tunnel. If anybody plays a guitar or an instrument, this is good for carpal tunnel. So you're going to keep your head looking down towards the floor. And as you inhale, you're going to look up and bring your legs both up to the sky at the same time. Take a few breaths here. Exhaling your legs back down. Taking your hands out. Bringing your arms into airplane. We're going to do this one more time, but this time we're going to do this in an airplane position. So bringing your toes together. Lifting your chest up into like a little baby cobra with your arms out. Inhaling the legs up. Shoulders back. Looking up in front of you. Exhaling. Hips to sky. Downward dog pose. You're going to bring your elbows down to dolphin pose. If you can't get to dolphin pose, you can bend your knees a little bit. You can do a modified version. So we're going to bring ourselves either into plank, do a little abs here, or if you have an inversion, you can go into your scorpion. I'm going to start here. I'm going to take a few breaths here. If you want to lift up, go ahead and lift up now. Oh, I felt a little bit, but that's okay. When you're ready, come to the front of your mat. Come down. We're all going to meet here. Gonna forward fold and a relaxed fold. Rolling ball heads again. Slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time. Exhaling our shoulders back. So now we're just going to be here for a moment again. I want you to think about how you felt in the beginning of the class when we closed our eyes and we checked in with our bodies. And now we're going to do that again. So we're going to inhale chin to chest. Exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale back. Inhale to center. Exhale your right ear towards your right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale your left ear to shoulder. Inhale to center. Twist back and forth. Notice if you're feeling any looser, maybe a little bit more limber. If you had any pain in your body, if it's gone yet. Bring your hands to your side. We're going to inhale. Exhale, folding down over our feet. Checking in. Exhale your feet to the back of the room. Exhale, lowering the shape. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale your hips to the sky. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring your left foot to your left hand. Slowly come down. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale, slowly folding down over your knee. Inhale as you walk yourself back up. If you have it in your practice, you can inhale, bringing your left foot up. Maybe you can hook the arm. Inhaling your right arm up. Exhaling, grasping your fingers together. Looking forward. Exhaling both our hands back down. Slowly bringing your right leg back to meet your left foot. Slowly coming up into our downward dog, taking another breath here. Inhaling our left leg up. Exhaling knee to nose. Bringing our left foot near our right hand. Slowly coming down. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, walking down over your calf. Sending your breath on your exhale into your hip. Some of you might be able to bring your forehead to the mat. It's okay to stay up here. It's okay to stay up here. Wherever you are in your practice, there is no right or wrong. You never want to push yourself or hurt yourself. You're supposed to feel an ease. It's not pain. It's a little bit of uncomfortability that we work through to make ourselves be able to handle what comes to us in our lives. But we're not supposed to hurt ourselves. Yoga is non-harming. So do not push yourself, please. Inhale, walking yourself back up. I don't have it on this side as well as I do on the other side. I have a little bit of a skateboarding injury that I'm contending with. So I'm not going to push myself too far, but I am going to lift my right leg up and I'm going to hook my arm, but I'm not going to pass my fingers. So if you have it, if you did this on the other side, please do it on the other side. If you're okay, you can lift your arm up, reach back, grab your hands together and clap. Stay here for a moment. Looking forward. Exhaling our hands back down, slowly bringing our left foot to meet our right foot. Coming to our downward dog. If you have a handstand in your practice, this is the perfect time to go upside down. If you are new to this, make sure you're up against the wall. If you don't have one in your practice, please do not practice it right now, not in the studio, among other yogis and teachers. So if you have it, go ahead and do your handstand. If you don't, we're going to touch feet to wrist. Feet to wrist. So you lift up and forward. Up and forward. Now keep doing that while the rest of us come up into handstand. Hold it, take a few breaths in your handstand. Slowly coming down. Bringing your knees apart, feet together. Coming to your child's pose. So now we're going to come lie down on our backs. Bringing our feet hip width apart. Shoulders back and down. You're either going to clasp your hands underneath your back, lifting your hips up towards the sky, shoulders together like you're squeezing a baseball in between your back, or you can have your hands pushing down into the mat at your side as you lift your hips up into the sky. But you just want to make sure that you have your shoulders back and down and that you're looking straight up at the ceiling as you lift up. We're going to come into our bridge pose. Slowly exhaling, coming down. If you have a wheel in your pose, you're going to bring your hands to your ears. If you don't, you're going to need to do another bridge. So as we inhale, we're going to lift up. So inhale. Feel like walking your feet in a little, you can. Take a few breaths here. Exhale, chin to chest. Slowly coming down. Bringing your knees to your chest. Rocking back and forth. Rolling onto your side. Slowly coming up to a seated position. We're going to bring our feet together. Open our feet like a book. I'm going to inhale. Exhale, folding over. Gazing past my nose. Be mindful of leading with your chest. Softening your face. Keeping your back straight. Inhaling through your nose and breathing. Exhaling, feeling the breath move through your body. That's where the deliciousness is, when you feel the breath moving inside your body. Inhale, coming back up. Bringing your feet in front of you. We're going to take our right foot to our left thigh. We're going to inhale our arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to lead with our chest reaching past our toes. looking out at the tips of our toes, or if you pull down further, bringing your elbows in, looking down at your ankle. Taking a few deep breaths here. Walking your hands back up, bringing your feet together, taking our left foot, putting our left foot into our inner thigh. Inhaling our arm up. Exhale, forward folding over our right leg. Inhaling through our nose. Exhale as we lengthen. Make sure your feet are flexed. Walking our feet, hands I should say, back up. Bringing our feet together, flexing both our feet. Inhaling our arms up. Exhale, forward, folding over both our feet. You can have your hands at your side, your hands on your feet. You can have your hands clasped in front of your feet, wherever you feel comfortable. You can test your toes or your ankles. Sending the breath to wherever you feel tight as you exhale. Feel that breath go into those tight spots. Relax into it. Slowly walking our hands back up. We're going to come back to lying down on our backs. Inhaling our knees to center. We're going to bring our hands out towards the sides. We're going to look at our right hand as we take a deep breath in. Exhaling our hips to the side. Inhaling our knees back to center. Looking out over our left hand. Make sure our shoulders are back and down. Exhaling our hips to the other side, towards our right hand. Inhaling your knees back to center. Hugging your knees. Grabbing a hold of your toes. Coming into happy baby. Bringing your knees towards the floor as your feet are pushing up towards the sky. Pulling down with your hands. You want to feel as though you're resisting. Pushing away, pushing towards the ceiling and pushing towards the ground at the same time. Pulling down with your hands. Looking up towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. Give yourself one more nice big hug. I'm going to do Shavasana now. Please do not leave the class now. This is the most important part of class. You can come to the seated position and do a seated meditation, or you can do the typical corpse pose in Shavasana, where you're going to align your back straight on the mat, bring your shoulders down. Just allow your legs to Open up to the sides, hands out, palms up. And just close your eyes, come back to your breath. Just feel how you feel in this moment. You still with me? Slowly turning to your side, coming up to a seated position. So I just want to thank you for coming and taking this little 40-minute class. I'm going to continue to do these community classes. They're free classes. You can donate on my PayPal or on my Venmo if you wish to do so. It's not necessary. I'm learning and growing and practicing and becoming a better teacher through sharing and teaching you guys. So I really appreciate you guys coming and taking this class. And I'm going to be doing these classes till the end of May. And then I'm going to be doing full hour classes where I'll be offering those up live on Zoom and privates or group classes in person. So thank you so much for coming. Namaste. That means the God within me sees the God within you. And that's because in reality, we have the same powers that God has in the Bible. And we have an innate ability of intuition, creativity, belief, and becoming. And that is why we say the light within me sees the light within you. So namaste. Take a deep breath in. We're going to do it one Om. So inhale. Om. Thank you. Have a good day, you guys.